Welcome to the Nigo channel. Today, we will explore one of the most famous and shocking cases in the legal history of the United States, the O.J. Simpson case. Imagine you are one of the millions of Americans sitting in front of your TV screen on a June evening in 1994. You witness a dramatic car chase on the streets of Los Angeles with a fleet of police cars pursuing a white Ford Bronco. Behind the wheel is none other than O.J. Simpson, a beloved former football star and actor. Why would someone like O.J. be chased by the police, and what led to this moment? The case began with the discovery of the bodies of Nicole Brown Simpson, O.J.'s ex-wife, and Ron Goldman, a friend of hers, at her home in Brentwood. Images from the crime scene shook the entire nation and sparked a wave of outrage in the community. O.J. Simpson, once beloved by the public, now became the prime suspect in this double homicide. This event thrust the entire nation into a heated debate about justice, racial discrimination, and the power of the media. Get ready to embark on a fascinating journey through every twist and turn of the case, from the tense investigation to the riveting trial. We will explore the profound impact and lasting legacy of O.J. Simpson case. Join us as we peel back the layers to reveal hidden secrets and undeniable truths. Are you prepared? Let's start. Who is O.J. Simpson? O.J. Simpson, also known by his nickname The Juice, is one of the greatest football players of the 1970s, born in 1947. Simpson quickly became a star in the NFL, known for his exceptional rushing abilities and impressive playing style. After retiring from football, Simpson transitioned to an acting and television career, appearing in numerous popular films and shows, further cementing his fame with the public. Simpson was not only known for his athletic talent and acting career, but also for his image as a charming and sophisticated man. He cultivated a perfect public persona, becoming a symbol of success and relentless effort. However, behind this facade, Simpson's personal life was tumultuous, especially his relationship with his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson. Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman are who? Nicole Brown Simpson, born in 1959, was the second wife of O.J. Simpson. They married in 1985 and had 2 children together. Their relationship began with much affection but gradually became tense and full of turmoil. Nicole reported multiple instances of domestic violence by O.J., and eventually they divorced in 1992. After the divorce, Nicole tried to build a new life for herself and her children but seemed unable to escape O.J.'s control and threats. Ron Goldman, born in 1968, was a friend of Nicole's and worked at an upscale restaurant in Brentwood. Goldman was known as a young, energetic, and kind-hearted person. On the fateful night of June 12, 1994, Ron went to Nicole's house to return a pair of glasses that Nicole's mother had left at the restaurant. Unfortunately, he became a victim in this horrific murder case. The deaths of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman became the centerpiece of one of the most complex and infamous criminal cases of all time, with a plethora of controversial evidence and testimonies captivating the nation as they followed every twist and turn of the case. On the evening of June 12, 1994, a tragedy occurred in the quiet neighborhood of Brentwood, Los Angeles. Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman were found brutally murdered at the entrance of Nicole's home. Nicole had been fatally stabbed multiple times, while Ron met the same fate as he tried to protect her. The crime scene revealed the brutality of the killer. Blood was splattered everywhere, creating a horrifying scene. The wounds on Nicole and Ron's bodies indicated they had endured an extremely violent and savage attack. At the scene, investigators found several crucial pieces of evidence, including blood-stained footprints identified as coming from a rare and expensive pair of shoes, a blood-stained leather glove, and other blood samples whose sources were initially unknown but later identified as belonging to O.J. Simpson through DNA testing. Around midnight, a neighbor of Nicole discovered the bodies of Nicole and Ron. The police were immediately called to the scene. Upon arrival, officers secured the area and began their investigation. During the investigation, they realized that this was not a random killing but appeared to be a deliberate act. From the very first hours, police attention was directed towards O.J. Simpson. Initial evidence included Simpson's blood found at the crime scene and in his white Ford Bronco. His unusual behavior immediately following the incident, such as flying to Chicago early the next morning, and his history of domestic violence with Nicole. On June 17, 1994, when the police arrived to arrest O.J. Simpson, he had disappeared, leading the entire nation to watch a televised car chase. Simpson, driving a white Ford Bronco, fled from the police on the highways of Los Angeles in a pursuit that lasted for hours. This event captured the attention of millions of Americans, creating one of the most memorable moments in television history. Ultimately, O.J. Simpson surrendered at his home in Brentwood and was arrested. This chase not only added drama to the case but also solidified Simpson's image as a central figure in this tragic and controversial story. The trial of O.J. Simpson, which took place from January 24, 1995 to October 3, 1995, was one of the most closely followed legal events in American history. With the involvement of a team of high-profile lawyers and numerous controversies surrounding the evidence, the case became the focal point of media and public attention. O.J. Simpson was defended by a team of renowned lawyers known as the Dream Team. This team included Johnnie Cochran, Robert Shapiro, F. Lee Bailey, Alan Dershowitz, and Robert Kardashian. They employed every legal strategy to defend Simpson, from questioning the legitimacy of the evidence to accusing the police and investigators of racial bias. One of the main highlights of the trial was Judge Lance Ito's decision to allow the entire proceedings to be televised live. This transformed the trial into a reality TV show, with millions of people watching every development daily. The media attention created enormous pressure on everyone involved, from the lawyers to the witnesses and the jury. Racial discrimination became a significant factor in the trial. Simpson's defense team sought to prove that the police, particularly Detective Mark Fuhrman, had racial motives in their investigation. This was supported by presenting audio recordings in which Fuhrman used racist language, raising doubts about the objectivity and fairness of the investigation. One of the most memorable moments of the trial was when Simpson tried on the leather glove found at the crime scene. The glove, believed to belong to the murderer, appeared to be too small for Simpson's hand. Johnnie Cochran seized this opportunity to deliver the famous line, "If it doesn't fit, you must acquit." This phrase became a symbol of the defense's argument and left a strong impression on the jury. Throughout the trial, a significant amount of forensic evidence was presented, including DNA tests, footprints, and blood traces. However, Simpson's defense team successfully cast doubt on the validity and reliability of this evidence. They argued that much of the evidence could have been fabricated or mishandled. On October 3, 1995, after more than 8 months of trial and just 4 hours of deliberation, the jury declared O.J. Simpson not guilty in the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. This verdict sparked a strong wave of public reaction. Many believed that Simpson escaped conviction due to his fame and wealth, while others saw it as a triumph of justice over racial discrimination. Immediately after the verdict was announced, protests and gatherings erupted across the United States. Supporters of Simpson, primarily from the black community, viewed it as a victory against a judicial system often seen as biased against people of color. In contrast, many others, particularly from the white community, were shocked and dismayed, believing that a murderer had been set free. Although Simpson was acquitted in the criminal trial, the families of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman filed a civil lawsuit against him. This civil trial began in 1996 and concluded in 1997. Contrary to the criminal trial, the jury in the civil trial found Simpson liable for the deaths of Nicole and Ron. Simpson was ordered to pay $33.5 million in damages to the victims' families, including both compensatory and punitive damages. Although this verdict did not result in a prison sentence, it imposed a significant financial burden on Simpson and provided a sense of justice for the victims' families. After the civil verdict, O.J. Simpson continued to lead a controversial life. He faced numerous financial difficulties and became entangled in various legal issues. In 2007, Simpson was arrested in Las Vegas for kidnapping and armed robbery related to a dispute over sports memorabilia. In 2008, he was sentenced to 33 years in prison, with a minimum of 9 years to be served before being eligible for parole. In 2017, Simpson was released after serving 9 years in prison. The O.J. Simpson case triggered a wave of changes in the American judicial system. One of the most notable shifts was the increased focus on forensic evidence and DNA testing. Although DNA testing had already been widely used, this case highlighted its importance in identifying perpetrators in criminal cases. The procedures for collecting and handling forensic evidence were also improved to ensure the accuracy and integrity of the evidence. Additionally, the case exposed flaws in the judicial system, particularly issues related to racial discrimination and fairness in trials. Allegations of racist behavior by the police and their handling of the case sparked discussions and led to reforms aimed at ensuring fairness and transparency in investigations and court proceedings. This case became a cultural phenomenon, being adapted into numerous books, films, and television shows. One of the most notable works is the documentary film O.J. Made in America and the television series The People O.J. Simpson American Crime Story. Both of these works received critical acclaim and public praise, providing a detailed and profound portrayal of the case. The case also brought about a significant change in how the media reported on legal events. The live broadcast of the trial set a new precedent, turning court proceedings into entertainment events that attracted millions of viewers. This opened a new era for media where the line between news and entertainment became increasingly blurred. The investigation of the O.J. Simpson case left a long-lasting and complex legacy. It was not just a criminal case, but also a mirror reflecting the social conflicts and tensions within the United States. The case raised numerous questions about justice, racial discrimination, and fairness in the judicial system. It also highlighted the importance of forensic evidence and DNA testing in criminal cases. Furthermore, the case changed how the media reported on legal events, with the live broadcast of the trial setting a new precedent. This led to a shift in how the public perceives and understands legal proceedings. Ultimately, O.J. Simpson remains a widely discussed and researched topic. It is not just a murder case, but a cultural phenomenon reflecting the complexities and contradictions of contemporary American society. The lessons from this case remain valuable, reminding us of the importance of justice, fairness, and transparency in the judicial system. We would like to thank all of you for taking the time to watch our program. The O.J. Simpson case is one of the most controversial and shocking events in American legal and cultural history. We hope this video has provided you with a deep insight and essential information about this case. Please continue to follow us for updates on new content and other interesting topics in the future. Once again, thank you sincerely, and we look forward to seeing you in our next videos.